I felt like this with John in Greenpoint a few weeks ago after his show at the Levin Cup, his guitar in the trunk, talking about distance and what it means to feel it, about love. I remember talking to my father in the driveway of his new house last year at this time, us on the phone, him in his car, it was cold outside, looking at this house he bought a few months after his heart attack, him saying, I know what I do doesn't seem like it makes sense, but that's how love works. He had a heart attack, fell in love, bought a house, and I'm going there for Christmas vacation. When I heard about his heart attack, I was in Puebla, Mexico in a 2-bedroom hotel room overlooking the town square. This was April last year, gorgeous city, the sunlight bright through the thin curtains. He said Alyssa flew home right away when she heard. It makes me want to go be back at the Scioto River in central Ohio near the bridge that connects Upper Arlington and Hilliard. I want to be back with the people we were then, bored and confused. But I want to go back with all you there, the way we are now, who we are now. I want to take a tour of the past like in A Christmas Carol, but I guess that makes me Scrooge, goddammit. But I'd be happy with Jiminy Cricket to fly around with him, Columbus and then Raleigh, with all of you there. And then to Saratoga, and then Asheville, Columbia, Missouri, Medina, Berlin, Poland, San Francisco. And while we fly around visiting the ghosts of Christmas past and the ghosts of Christmas futures, I want to split myself into 2 people, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5, and I want to live in each place with 5 different lives, and become 5 different people all like me. I want all those neighborhoods, the sounds of all my friends' voices, and all those bars, and all those rooms, like if you saw everyone you knew on Facebook at the same time in several hundred different places at once, and could experience all those nights humming with the smell of cheap alcohol, and walking on all those sidewalks, all those museums or houses, and cars, all those standing outside at once during the winter, seeing our cold breath dripped up like prayers in the summers, all our hands on steering wheels, all those awkward things we say and passive-aggressive things we say, and those beautiful things we say, those boastful things, those stupid things, all that making conversation while being bored in your head, but also those endless nights that go on and on. The up till dawn, the darkness that's the best horizon. Sometimes I just want my 5 selves in those 5 cities to all stare out some same bar window at once, looking outside, wondering what room is next. To live these multiple lives by the East River and by the Thames and by the Scioto, to go with the self I am when I visit home, to somehow stay home, at Target with my mother, listening to Wolf Parade with my father on the highway heading north from Columbus, and of course early mornings in the West Village last spring when Kai would make breakfast and I went to go for vanilla lattes and get the Financial Times. I want those lives in all those cities, but this is actually the way the past feels. All those streets, all these streets, on foot, in the car. The anticipation, all those hundreds of mornings, all those streets where we've searched for that one moment that could be that one scene in a film, that moment where what's between us, we could feel it, almost touch it like the air was thick with the present becoming the past. The making of memory of all those friends you had were in one room, lived at once, a cluster of dreams breaking together in one long night of sleep. If I could feel you all at once that morning, waking, when I could cast it all out into the light, if I could let it all be what it is, I want to tell you that'd be enough, but I'd be lying. I'm sorry, because it would not be enough, because the minute I woke I would be wanting it all back, but I want it back more than money, more than happiness. I want to feel that hard sinking of the morning after, over and over, to see again your faces. And John, I heard you the other night say to me, it's hard to get everything all the time. I hear you really, and I feel guilty for wanting it. And so 2 things are obvious. I admire Jonna for painting more than she knows, or Ben for going to South America, Kaya for leaving New York to go to Poland, Nina for leaving Boston for San Francisco, Claudia for writing her book, Regina for her daughter Ren, Reed for the way he dreams about sailing around the world and surfing in Puerto Rico, my mother for her dream of a country house and garden, my sister for going to London, John for writing all those crazy short stories and for singing louder over the course of the past year, Jared for going to Thailand a few years ago and because he keeps writing, for the way him and Kelly edited the documentary Split about the election, Colby for putting on these shows, Chrissy for trying to get this money to Darfur, and it goes on. Everyone here, we have our chances, we're spending our time. David's teaching the students about My Lai in Vietnam. We're all carrying something with us and spreading it out all over New York. The trails we leave behind aren't just made of money or the artifacts of our consumption. Our lives have become now the ideas we want in the world, and that's the question, is how to make all of that real. And it's taken me this long, all through college, all through this school, to realize our lives are really our jobs. It's what we make in the world. The means and the ends have got to be one. Our lives have got to be our work, right? Colby? So Colby, I'm proud of you. I'm proud to stand here to say all this, to acknowledge it, because you've given us a chance here, a little one, to tie us down for a night, to give us some temporary home, to fit our New York into a room, to have each other's lives run together like city streets, so I can live all my other lives in the bits of the lives you all tell me And in those songs, I hear all you singing. Thank you.